What's up, guys? Welcome to the round one featured card of the 2023 Smash Memorial. I'm joined with Michael McCarty.
Welcome back, everybody.
For our featured card, we have Nicholas Gill, one of the hottest players in Michigan the last couple of years. 2022 Smash Memorial champion Luke Taylor, probably Rookie of the Year on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Jared Rittersdorf, 2023 Tower Open champion. And 2021 Smash Memorial champion Dan Treece. So this year we had a little bit of a different layout because of the construction we had at Smash Park. We got round one at Fallasburg in Lowell. Here's hole one, par 4, 587 feet. Your first throw, you want to land up here by the short pad and then have an approach into the green, which is heavily guarded by woods. Play. All right, first on the pad we have Nicholas Gill.
It's great to get to see Nick out here.
Yeah, he normally is really good out here at Fallasburg, but the conditions were not ideal. A little wet, a little cold. Looks like he turned that one over. It probably isn't ending too bad. Finishing to the right there is not a bad spot.
Definitely a difficult day of disc golf. At a very challenging course.
And we got Luke just throwing a bomb. He finished out there to the right too. It lets you have a bigger approach in than Heisering left. Jared, I'm guessing, is going to go over the trees to the right and Heiser back. Just the way he's setting up.
That's usually his play.
Yep. Pretty safe. Yep,
He'll be happy.
Pretty ideal spot.
Good old Dan Treece.
Yeah, he's going to be the, him and Jared might be the slight oddballs, but you don't got to throw very far out here today. But really, he's just throw a nice little placement shot. Got a good turn on that one. Up to the short pad easily.
Off and rolling. Ooh, that kind of got around the side of that tree. That's
yeah, he might be pinched, might be good. The umbrellas are definitely needed today.
Oh, I don't even want to remember how this weather was.
Yeah, last year we got so lucky, and this year it was a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Jared got caught up on the Heiser approach. He should have an easy up and down for his par.
With the time of the year of this tournament, it's always a crapshoot of what the weather is going to be like. People remember the worst weather years and the best weather years, and
yeah, you either get one or the other. I feel like you don't get average.
Not a lot.
Dan's looked great. He just pushed it a little too far wide. Nick pushed his right. He got a good distance, so he might be able to get something.
Short little stroke gets it going.
He's going to be probably edge of circle at the low ceiling putt. Looks like Luke did the same thing, just turned it over. The good thing is when you go really far and turn it over, you have a shorter approach.
All the way up there.
Yeah, you should have a look with that. Yeah, it's just a pretty common spot to end up for your putt. Oh. Missing high in the low ceiling is kind of what you're asking for there. Nick got further up than I expected, just like a circle edge putt. Ooh. Definitely one you want to get when you get there from your approach from a tree.
Once you're inside, yeah, you definitely want to capitalize. It's such a tough first hole for any course. I mean, man, showing up to Fallasburg and this is how you're going to start your day.
Looks like Luke went a little deep on his approach. He's going to have a little tricky putt. And
through the drips.
Yep.
That's the one that goes in of everybody that has a look.
Luke Taylor doing Luke Taylor things. Carding the only birdie on the card.
So at this point right now, we still don't know if he won that award or not?
I don't believe so. I don't think they've announced it yet, honestly.
I don't either. I don't know.
Nice little replay there for...
It was definitely the talk of the tournament. When he was there, it was like voting was finished, and I believe, and people were pretty excited for him. But just tapping on out.
Yep. 3 4s and a 3. Pretty common, I'd say, like getting a circle's edge putt for birdie at the MPO level. And we got hole 2, par 3, 280 feet. This is a musket, but it's a tight fairway. So you just want to get something that's in the air around where we are right now, and then hyzer in, and just give yourself a nice little birdie look.
A lot more open this time of year with some of the leaves off.
Looks pretty good. Yeah, this is kind of a putter mid-range.
Kind of how you want to do it. There's a lot of ways to attack this hole.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the miss you... Oh, that's pretty lucky. But that front left corner is kind of in your face the whole time, and it's pushing you right.
You really can't Anheuser out of your hand.
Mm-mm. That looks pretty good.
Just a hyzer.
That's all you really want right there. Just not any chance of hitting anything.
Straight up the gut.
Yeah, this is like a Dan Treece special right here. He's going to want to be throwing mids.
Who knew he was so smooth?
Yeah, that is a clean stroke. Then we got Nick playing 2 from the short pad. Pretty standard up and down, honestly.
Listen for it.
Yeah. It's a nice shot. Jared went a little deep, but this is definitely a nice birdie look to get him going. There you go. Dead center from circle's edge. It's a good one to get after hitting top. Hitting a little high on the
Jared's
first
a
one.
sharp player.
Oh. I'd say that's not common at Fallasburg, but these DJ baskets do leak some if you give them a chance to.
They're older.
Yeah.
You know. They
That's just unfortunate timing with Nick needing to get that up and down for a 3 on the hole he wants to get a birdie on, and to get that little sneak one through.
Ooh, a dart with a dart. That away, Dan.
Yeah, Dan meant that hole look easy. He probably get a little flash on the way through. Speaking of flash, Crystal Flash on hole 3, par 3, 222 feet. A lot of trees fell on the inside corner on this one over the last couple months with some storms. It's definitely still a forehand friendly hole.
Definitely a fun hole.
Yeah, that's a little inside and low, but I'm sure he has the power to get the skip up there. We're probably going to see 3 forehands and then Dan. It's a little turned over, but
Jerry Bear.
yeah, it's a pretty good result, honestly, after the misrelease left. And this is a difficult backhand shot that if he got through, it might look pretty good. Another forehand. That looks real good.
Wow, look at that, Nick.
Good height, good angle to hit the ground and keep moving towards the basket.
Sharp out of the hand, no wobbles.
And then here, Jared just wants to get a nice, easy up and down. Yep, nice little 18-footer for his 3. Looks like we got some birdie putts from the circle there. Nick went a little too straight. Great look here, though. Needs just to bounce back from the... Oh, unfortunate bogey.
He's touching the cage, but the cage isn't hugging him. He's just not liking him.
Huge putt right here for another par. Oh, just one of those days, looks like, in the putting green. Hitting metal on everything, but...
Some days.
Yeah, Dan gets his birdie to go. And Luke with the CTP on... Looking to start 3 for 3.
Boom, baby.
Dead center pole. And that's how you want to start at Fallasburg. You want to get...
Nice
honestly,
and comfortable,
yeah,
easy.
Like 4 out of the first 4 is ideal, just because then you get a little bit of cushion going to 5 and 6. But
being able to walk up that hill nice and calm is always a good feeling. Not feeling behind or anything, not feeling anxious, just cruising. Thanks for grabbing that flag, Jared.
Hole 4, par 3, 281. This one is a straight shot with late tunnel here. That's by about 70 feet short of the basket. That you can go a little flex, you can go a hyzer flip. It's just about getting through that gap we just went through. And another one of those, you really want to get a birdie. Looks like the rain started coming down a little bit more, so makes this hole a little bit more challenging because you're trying to throw it pretty soft if you're throwing mid.
I would say one of the more favorite holes on the course for everybody. Everybody kind of likes 4. A couple of main trees over time have fallen down that were in the middle of this thing. Really changed this hole completely. Now it's one of the more aced holes on the course.
Absolutely. And you can attack it with pretty much whatever disc you like to throw straight, just because it plays a little bit longer than 280, I'd say, just because of the tunnel aspect. We're seeing the really common misses here. Luke went kind of a hyzer flip that just never totally flipped and finished a little early, and then Dan and Jared kind of turned it over and caught that front right pocket. And
you got to watch him.
Yeah, that's a nice shot right there.
There it is. That's what you're looking for. You're trying to throw that Anheuser throw, leaving it off to the left side, let it play back, and just easy peasy.
Yeah, nice little S through the fairway.
Yep.
And you got his up shot here. It looks like 20-footer for his 3. This is Luke, I believe. Nope, this is Jared.
Wearing his blue blazer.
Yeah,
dressed
looks
for
like
success.
he got through. Should have an easy up and down.
Yeah.
Luke looks like he squeaked out and has a long birdie look. Ooh. He has a soft putt. I don't know if it's just because of the weather, but it just looks, like effortless, and like it hits the chains with almost no energy still left.
You're already feeling pretty good getting those first 3 holes. It wasn't really pressing right there anyways.
Drop.
Oof.
Yeah, it's
calm.
just all about the basket hits right now for Nick. He's all over it, but just can't get him to go in. It's a good par from Jared. Par from Dan. Looks like we got a lot of pars. This is another big putt for par here. See if you can get off that bogey train. Yep.
There you go.
Those might be some of the ones you need on this 4. When you're struggling through 4 at Fallasburg, you just got to see one go in, because you're going to get a lot of putts for birdie out here.
Anytime you kind of missing a putt, you just want to see one go in and be like, oh my gosh, I can take a breath. A little relief.
So Luke is human and gets a par on hole 4. So we got hole 5 here, par 4, 500 feet. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it is way uphill. Ideally, your first shot, you want to get past these tiles we're walking over right now. Push the short pad if you got the distance, if you want to actually be pushing hard for the 3. But if you can get a 4 here, you're pretty happy, because a 5 and a 6 come up real quick if you have a subpar tee shot.
I think most mere mortals are kind of throwing those mids and fairway drivers, trying not to get a lot of finish, but we got a couple of superstars here. What are they going to do?
Yeah, I'm sure we would see a lot more aggression without the rain, and that's kind of the push, like, because he doesn't want to fade left, so he's got to push that right tree, and
for sure
the rough is just so mean out here on hole 5. Dan's just turning it over a little bit. He's probably going a little more understable just because of the rain. And that looks pretty, squeak through.
Come on, get lucky, buddy.
If he gets in front of those 2 trees, he's going to have an easy 4. Easy par. And Nick, sitting at +2, he's thinking he needs to get a birdie here.
Here's a guy that can do it.
Turn off that tree.
Come on, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
All right, Nick.
Yeah, that's what you want.
A good level spot. Maybe a little bit of a valley. Might be on even footing, but...
Yeah, that's the trouble with the second shot. It's almost impossible to get a run-up, or an ideal run-up, just because of the hill just causes so many rain washouts.
Yep.
And that's the play from Jared there. Just get your 4, give you a shot, get up and down. Same thing Dan did. And this is still a hard upshot. Like, he's still probably sitting 300 uphill.
Going uphill, yeah. Steady uphill, tight.
Wet, bad footing. And then this is Luke, yeah. Same thing, just chip out. Give yourself a chance to save your par. This is another one of those you can either go hyzer flip that just pushes through the straight gap, or a little soft flex.
Woo! Look at this go.
Yeah, that's a
kid.
bomb.
Hey.
He throws pretty far, I heard. And this is the ideal. Like, you just stand still. You don't want to slip. But that's the miss. Go and stand still hard uphill. A little early.
These guys have got it figured out there, even though Luke being young.
Get through.
They have been playing for a long time. They know what they're dealing with when it comes to this rain, and especially this course. These guys at this course. Luke, I think, just started playing this course like 2 years ago. But
yeah, apparently Josh, I was talking to Josh this year, and he played it for the first time this last spring. He had never played Fallasburg, and I was just so perplexed because...
Blows my mind.
Yeah, because he's like a central Michigan area, like Shepherd area, but I feel like Lowell isn't that
No,
crazy of a drive.
it wasn't that long ago.
Drop.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Great shot, Dan.
I was just going to say, he looks like he's giving it a little spinny bit, and he did.
Stud muffin.
And that's one way to card your... I think that's his par right there for 4. 1, chip out, up shot. Yeah, that's a hell of a par save right there.
Hey.
And Nick's probably thinking, where's my my metal hit catch right there? That is a hell of a freaking throw-in right there from Dan.
Such a smooth shooter.
And then we got here Luke for his 4. This is the commonplace. Like, once you miss the fairway, you're looking for a best case edge of circle putt for your par. And he cards it. Still unblemished.
Doesn't flinch.
Nope.
Yeah, I was saying with those guys, man, this Fallasburg has been around for a long time. When there was few options, this is one of the better options.
Yeah, and I've heard this course has just evolved so much from what it used to be. I've only been playing this this course for like 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
And I've just heard countless things how the course is just radically different.
Radically, yes, absolutely.
Great putt from Nick there. I think this is for Jared's 5. And this is one of those holes where a 5 doesn't feel as bad as other holes. And then you get to hole 6. 5-6 is a pretty tough stretch in the front 9. Couple trees fell during some storms, but doesn't really change the tee shot from the long.
Still tough.
Yeah, you're just picking a gap, a second gap, and just hoping for the best. Kind of like this. It's like that. See? If he's 3 inches left, he's pin high. It's just one of those holes.
It's not a bad shot, just unfortunate finish. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, come on, fight. There. That's what you're looking for. Something that lands on the left side of your disc where it touches so it can continue, not hitting on the right and pushing you away.
Looked like that was a very overstable, probably a zone OS of some sort.
All the way, Dan. He knows what he's doing.
He's played here once or twice. Yeah, that wide right hyzer and just have something overstable that finishes back is the safest because you can go straight a long ways before you have to fight the trees. And all of them look like they have some nice birdie looks.
I was going to say, if this is the first one out of 4,
get up.
Looking good.
On the pole, you can see the frustration. It's just, and that's what Fallasburg will do to you because you're going to get a putt on every hole for birdie probably.
He knows what he's capable of, and he wants to put on a show.
And there's Jared, too. Circles edge putt. Hits metal. A couple of tap-ins here from Dan and Luke. And honestly, 2 2s and 2 3s in this hole is probably better than average.
Absolutely.
You feel like you normally have one person that struggles. You get one bad kick on this hole if you miss that first gap.
Who knows?
And you can see Dan's breath there.
Yep.
And Nick's there. It's chilly.
Starting to show.
Or he might have a cigarette. I think it's a cigarette.
I kind of see everybody else smoking a little heat.
Hole 7. This is where the birdie stretches really come. 343. You can go backhand or forehand. It's really just about hitting the shape and staying away from these trees on both sides. It's definitely a birdie you want to get at the MPO level. And my guess, we're going to see probably 3 backhands, and Nick might go. No, Nick's going to go backhand too. Probably 4 backhands here.
Cool spot on the course. Everybody likes to kind of land here, be able to see the people going the other way.
Yeah,
you're
13.
On top of the hill. You're feeling good. You're like, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah, 5 and 6 is the stretch. If you can get away, and that looks pin high-ish.
Good throw.
Yep. So,
yeah. That's going to finish. That away, Dan.
Great shot from Dan.
2 good shots. Here we
go. It's crazy. You see Dan throw a fairway, and now you got Nick throwing a zone. And it's crazy how different people's games can be and end up in
Nick
pretty
got
similar.
A good kick. Yeah. There he goes. That's what he needed right there. A little love. I mean, that was already going to land well, but.
Ooh, a little early.
Well, somebody had to take a hit.
That's a good kick, though. Like that could, if that misses that tree, that could be 40, 50 deep.
Absolutely.
And he did his. Ooh,
he's scrambling.
He's got a putt. He's going to have a chance. And after his tee shot, having this for your 3, you're probably not super mad.
It's
Get
nice
there.
to take a minute and
Ooh.
just focus on Jared for a minute. We're just going to watch him play.
Yeah, Jared's a great guy. He'll be on the commentary for round 2.
There you go, Nick.
That's a nice way to get back to even.
All right.
We got Dan here to get another back-to-back. Yeah,
There you go.
that's
Love
easy.
that straightforward, bam, right at it, short stroke putt.
The audio's not working. Then we got Luke here going 5 through 7. Easy.
Good putt. Yep, he's been on all day.
And then Jared tapping out his 4. That's an unfortunate way to get on hole 4 or on hole 7, but the rain just changes it. It's hard to say.
You can see in just 7 holes how much the weather has changed dramatically in
Yeah.
a short amount of time.
Hole 8, par 3, 335. This is probably going to be a forehand or a slight turnover. Ideally, you want to swing over around this bush, either inside or to the backside of this bush and crash in.
4 guys about to let it fly, man. This is a fun hole. This is just exciting to see. It's cool to see all these awesome sponsors we got. Whenever we're doing the things that we're doing, we have the great sponsors that always come through really quickly, and we love them. So thank you to our sponsors.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen without them. And that's the outside play. It looks pretty good.
Good shot.
Yeah.
Yep. Right
There's
at
just
it.
so much area to the left. The forehand is the safe play if you got the distance.
I think going backhand is the more aceable route because of the way it finishes, but you're going to birdie up more with the sidearm.
Yeah, and this is the common play where it just, you don't want to turn it over too much, but you want to hang it wide, so he'll have an edge of circle putt there.
He's going to go right for it.
Yeah.
He is ready to attack.
And it's just if it clears that bush,
Go get it, buddy.
yeah, that's money. And that's the power. If you have 400-foot forehand power, this hole gets so easy because you can just do that. Just throw a big hyzer, push it over the bush.
He gets it right out of that wrist, too, man. He just doesn't have to really wind up. He's so long and uses it well. Jared?
Turn it over a little bit, but he's always in good spirits. That's the one thing about Jared. If he's on your card,
Yep.
he's always smiling. And honestly, he can see the basket, so get it. Ooh, great
Would
height.
not have surprised me.
No. And then we got Dan here, edge of circle. Another basket high.
Wow, just great quality video here. It really has been. I don't know what videos we're using now, but it's much better.
It's just because the rain stopped. So the cameraman, Jacob Pratt, he had a plastic bag to protect his camera. So it just causes some fog from the heat of the camera in
Okay.
there. Yeah. So it looks like the rain might have stopped. Easy 2 there from Luke. And we got Nick with the CTP, I believe.
We are getting the joys of Fallasburg in the fall, man. Beautiful colors.
Yeah, it's crazy how much this course changes throughout the year. If you come here mid-July, you're gonna be fighting through those leaves just because of how thick it grows in.
Real thick, hard to breathe sometimes.
And then you come back in the fall, and it's just such a great course because it plays so differently but so clean the whole time. And here we got hole 9, final hole of the front 9. Forehand friendly. Looks like he missed a little inside, but he got through all the trees.
Any which way you want to come at this one, you can pretty much take a good shot at it. However you want to draw it up.
Yeah, that's the tree you're kind of hoping to swing it just in front of. He got caught up. Looks like in the fairway about 80, 90 feet short. Dan a little inside, but finds a gap.
Yeah.
That's been
Good
high.
putt.
Yep. Let's see if Jared can correct his last 2 or a little bit pulled. And that's butter. It's a little low, but great either way. Hit
He's
his
gonna
line.
make that putt.
Yeah,
He's gonna make that putt.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think if
Yeah.
Luke's here putting, everyone's got a nice look at it. And this is Luke to finish 7 under through the front 9.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Great putt.
this kid is still in high school. He is still in high school. And he's just torching.
Hoping to get to Christmas break right now.
Yeah. That's a great putt.
That
there
way,
from
Jer.
Yep, he needed that one to bounce back, and we got another birdie putt. He pushed up a lot further than it looked like from the tee. Yeah, great finish to the back nine from Nick. He struggled a little early.
Yep.
But getting those birdies to finish the front nine, going in the back nine under par, really put you in the right direction.
Just gave himself some long putts, and he wasn't, soft putting at it. So sometimes when you go by, you really go by. And boy, once he locked in, though, that guy can do it.
Like you said, you're going to get birdies, you're going to get looks, and once those putts start falling, these guys are going to... Hey, there's Michael himself.
Hey, welcome to the show, Mike.
So that's the front nine. Let's check out some scores. And what do you know? Luke's got himself a lead through 9, 7 under, Dan there, and we got some good scores, but you can tell that the weather is definitely causing some issues for some players. The back nine, there's a lot of birdies left, but there's also a lot of trouble left out there too.
Pretty awesome. We got a lot of new names on there, a lot of new players, and that's a pretty good MPO board.
Absolutely. So thanks for watching the front nine. Come back for the back nine of round 1. Appreciate you for watching.
Thanks, guys.